The third character and second build I've been trying to cook in Path of Exile 2 is a poison Flameblast Invoker. The character uses unique gloves to poison with Flameblast. The reason I went for poison instead of something like Ignite is because in PoE2 I find all ailments but poison very awkward so far. Poison is the only ailment left in PoE2 which works like in PoE1. You get a base chance, and if your chance succeeds, you poison. Additionally, spreading Ignite seems very awkward in PoE2 as GGG removed traditional proliferation methods. Instead, for 30 spirit we can become a seemingly more potent Pathfinder and spread poisons from one enemy to the other. An interesting learning in planning this character was that I actually didn't want to spec any chaos damage nodes on the tree. Poison is only scaled by magnitude, duration and the hit, not by chaos damage. As we are not a chaos hit build but an elemental hit build, we needed to find a more generic source to scale our hit, such as spell damage. By being an Invoker, we scale Spirit, and with a unique focus, we also scale spell damage, increasing our hit and also increasing our poison damage. Being an Invoker is neat because it actually incentivizes us to build some sort of defense in the shape of evasion and energy shield. We also abuse the new modifiers of gaining damage as extra. Those can be found on the tree, on our weapon and on our ascendancy. As far as I can tell, these mods increase our hit and thus also our poison damage. Another huge source of this modifier is Mana Tempest. Mana Tempest in general is really good, granting like 60 plus extra lightning damage and empowering our spells, granting another 15% more damage. For the Flameblast, I currently run these links. I didn't expect to like Arcane Tempo that much, but cast speed feels so good. I also got cast speed on my wand for that reason. I can highly recommend adding quality to Flameblast for even more cast speed immediately. Currently, for bosses, I swap into Concentrated Effect. I'm not sure yet what my 5-link will be. From what I can read, Wither and curses such as Despair should affect poison, so I'm currently pathing to +1 curse to try that out. As for my spirit setup, I currently run Withering Presence, Herald of Plague, Vitality, Blasphemy Temp Chains, Ghost Dance, Arctic Armor and Clarity. As you're a channeling build, mobs have a lot of time to hit you while you're channeling. Temporal Chains helps us with that. For that same reason, and because mana cost isn't really that big of a problem, I went for the +25% stun threshold increase from the Act 3 Cruel Quest reward. I originally wanted to fit in Wind Dancer, but I just found out it can only be used while using a martial weapon. This makes evasion scaling a bit harder for this build. The fact that we are using 2 unique items makes it additionally hard to scale defense. We are missing out on valuable life and evasion and energy shield modifiers on these items. So far defense hasn't really been an issue, in fact evasion feels really good. As a Flameblast build, we obviously use Solar Orb. Solar Orb is a pure utility spell, which is super handy on this build. The best link I found so far for it is the Mobility Gem, making the gameplay feel a lot more fluid. I currently also use it to blind and give me a little bit of life regen. If I ever can get the currency to anoint the pure Chaos notable on the tree, I would do that. This would scale our poison and our hit, and also make it so that we can wither with Solar Orb. Currently, this notable is the only way I see to make spells deal a little bit of Chaos damage to enable Withering Touch. Once more, this character utilizes jewels. Jewels are very good in PoE2. For this build, there are a ton of mods that you want. At the moment, I run Poison Chance jewels. This caps my chance to poison and makes it so I don't have to use the support gem. As Flameblast is a level 52 gem, you probably have to level up somehow differently. I think the best way would be some sort of Firecaster or just going poison gas explosions with a bow. I personally leveled with Twin Gear and Essence Drain Contagion, which was really fast in Act 1 but dropped off really hard after that. Do yourself a favor and don't level with Essence Drain and Contagion and pick a meta leveling build instead.